What's up, my guys? So today I'm going to show you how to do a floor stack stability bunker. And like a normal stability bunker, it just seals with a half wall here and triangle. And to open it, you just break this. And what's cool about this is you can do it on the inside or the outside. But the best part about the floor stack stability bunker is it makes a top-down raid a lot more expensive. Somebody tries to raid you here, which is the normal raid path when I use stability bunkers. People usually try to go through the top. It actually doubles the raid cost just because there's 2 floors. So it's pretty good, simple, and you can actually use this in a lot of different footprints. So I'm going to show you real quick how to build it. So to do this bunker, you're going to have to know how to do a floor stack. I did a video on that previously, so I'll put a link in the corner if you guys want to check that out. But I'm going to break it down pretty quickly here. So we're just going to pick a number on the compass. I'm going to use 200. If the compass numbers are too small, you can change the HUD size. I like to use 100. It makes it easier to see it, but it doesn't make them too big. Also, if you have a hard time seeing it, you can pull out your map and use a wall form like that to help you line everything up. And if you have a hard time strafing without moving around too much, you might just want to change your dead zone on your joysticks. That being said, like I said, we're going to use 200. Put down our foundations like this. On the right side, you want to put down your ramp facing this way. And since we're using the number 200, just look straight down. Make sure you lined up on 200. And then put your crosshair, well, your little dot right here on a spot on the ramp. And you want to look up slowly. If you look up too fast, you might move around too much, but you do you on that one. This side's going to be the high side. The next one's going to be lower. So you don't want to put it too high, obviously, but you don't want to put it too low because it'll clip into the ground. So we're just going to, that should be good. These foundations are always kind of high on the inside, but it doesn't really matter too much. You'll see why here in a second. So we'll put down the first triangle. You just want to push them together as far as they'll go. You can check like this. So they both turn blue. You're good to go. So you can go ahead and break this now. Now you want to build off the high side. It makes it easier to put doors down later. So we're going to go ahead and build like this. We're just use 1x2 for right now. But you can make this a 2x2. You can make it a circle base. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. Anything that you can really use a stability bunker in, you can build this with. So the low side we'll make adobe. And the high side we'll make, I guess, brick. Depending on if you have barrels or large boxes, it'll change how you put your TC down. I'm just going to put the TC down like this. So you can place your boxes however you want. Put a wall frame here. Now to do the bunker, you're going to want to put 2 half walls here. And if you want, you can put a wooden door here and hatchet it out later. Break the bottom one out. So off the low side, you're going to want to build off like this. You don't need all these triangles. You can break pretty much all these ones. Wall it in. For extra stability, I'd recommend building off of here a wall frame or a triangle frame or whatever. And these are soft-sidable, so eventually you want to upgrade these to high qual. Put a little ladder up here so we can get in and out. So to seal this, what you're going to want to do is just put a half wall here. And a triangle. Upgrade this to whatever material that you want. And when you want to open it, you just break this. So you're going to want to put a bag in here so you can spawn on the inside and break it. You can also do it from the outside. If you do it on the inside, you're going to be stuck in here for the most part. But if you do it from the outside, you can climb up a ladder, upgrade to whatever you want, and then you're good to go. And like I said, you're going to want to upgrade all this to high qual. Okay, so what makes this bunker so good is it's floor stackable. So now if somebody tries to raid you from the top, they have to go through 2 roofs, which is pretty dope. So if you make this both high qual, it's pretty expensive to get into your core. And for the extra stability for the floor stack, what you can do is build around. So what I normally do is something like this. You don't actually need that one. And experiment with this for 1x2s. Usually I have the core attached to here like that. Then we'll make these ones the Adobe. And eventually, you want to upgrade all this to high qual. Well, the core to high qual and the rest of the sheet. If I'm building like I have flippers for hands because I've been playing Arc Raiders too much lately. And I use the building like I used to be. A little slower now. You can use a barrel to jump up or whatever, it doesn't really matter. So there you go. Now you got a floor stack base. And like I said, you're going to want to upgrade all this stuff. Whatever material you got. Mostly you want your honeycomb to be sheet and then, your core to be high qual, of course. And these are soft-sidable, like I said, so eventually you're going to want to make these high qual. If you have a hard time getting in and out of here, you can put a campfire down or a box. The box actually might be better for this height. But that's up to you. And because of that, I would recommend not building this in water because it does make it kind of hard to get in and out of this bunker, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. One of the things you have to remember with this bunker, though, or this kind of floor stack base, is this wall frame here kind of clips through the roof. So if you're going to put a G door here, make sure you put the lock on before you open it. Otherwise, you're going to be sad panda. You're going to have a hard time opening and closing it because you can't reach it from here. You have to open and close it from the lock. So that does kind of suck, but for the added strength that you're getting, it's kind of worth it. Just remember to put the lock down first before you're opening it, or you'll be a sad panda. That being said, it is a pretty strong bunker, and it's pretty cheap if you consider how cheap it is to build versus the strength that you get from it. It's pretty dope, and it's versatile. I mean, you can build a lot of different footprints with this. This is just a 1x2, but like I said, you can do a 2x2. You can do anything with it. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Also, you guys want to stay up to date with Rust content, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll catch you all later. Deuces.